So here we are in Rowland Heights. Give you a quick view. This is where I grew up. This is the street I grew up on, Galatina Street. And this right here is the house that I actually grew up in. 18195 Galatina Street, Rowland Heights, California. It's crazy coming back to this house knowing that I used to live here. It's crazy. That was the backyard. Obviously this house looked a little bit different when I was here. It was not the same. So, like I said, 18195 Galatina Street. Okay. And this is the rest of the street. That's the main street. This right here, I'll put my finger, that's Fullerton. And this was the street. My best friend Erica lives all the way on that side, on that street. And this is just the main street. And this was my house that I grew up in with my grandparents. They're the ones that raised me and took me in. Very beautiful house, I must say. I love the nature of it. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where it all began, in this house right here. So this is me going up the hill on Galatina Street. This is just a little quick view of the neighborhood. If you hear noise in the background, I am in the car, but basically we're headed up to the #1 spot that we usually would always hang out with, and my favorite spot in the neighborhood. I would always come up here with my friends, and I still come up here to this day with my best friend Erica, and it's a park that we love going on, and we love hiking up here. And to your left, as I'm going to show you, this is actually the park. Okay, there. So this is the main spot. This is the park. Love the neighborhood. Super green. Green is one of my favorite colors, and it is Gloria Here Park. This is the spot where it's at, where we grew up at. This is where we played at. This is where it all went down, Galatina Street. So this is where my life began. And pretty much this is kind of where it's ending in the moment. I do not live in Galatina Street anymore, but just a little tour of where I came from. And right here, here's another view coming down the hill. Coming up, here's another view of the park. It's just absolutely stunning and gorgeous. I just love this place. You can see the city in the background. There's another view that I might show you in a little bit, but basically this is pretty much an overview. Just love this place. It's peaceful, it's quiet, you can think, you can clear your thoughts. It's, you know, very gorgeous place. So this is where we always hang out most of the time. Okay. Hey everyone, so like I said, this is one of my favorite spots to be at, and I'm actually here with one of my bestest friends. She's like a sister to me. This is Erica. This is Erica Hidalgo. We've known each other since we were basically pretty much preschool, kindergarten. We've been friends for a long time, and funny story, she actually fought for me, so we became friends. That's a story for another day. But basically today is kind of a very important, special, I guess you could say, episode or talk that I want to do. Is basically, like I said, I'm going to have different topics and everything, and it's not always going to be about grieving, but this is a very specific, special topic that I really want to touch on, because I know a lot of people are going through this. I personally don't have any kids, but for people who have kids out there and are definitely single parents, whether it's moms, dads, you know, kind of touch on that. Basically, Erica here, she has 3 beautiful girls, and she's a single mom, and I'm going to let her be able to tell you that story, because I don't want to take that away from her. So I basically have her on today as a special guest to pretty much kind of tell her story, and to help all the single moms and dads out there who have kids, and honestly to help you out with that, and kind of tell her side and what she's going through, so that way you guys can relate to her as well. And also later on another day, I'm going to pretty much have her girls speaking as well, so that way they can kind of tell you in the sense. So once you hear her story, you'll definitely understand what I'm talking about. So basically from here, I'm just going to kind of give the camera to Erica, and she's going to tell you her story and basically what she's going through. And if you can relate, that's awesome. You know, leave comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't been here before, and basically just, you know, if you have any questions or comments, you know, relate back to us. Erica will comment on those later. She can answer questions, you know, since she is the mom. I am not. I have a puppy, and that's as far as I go for kids right now. And so I'm going to give it up to Erica, and I'm going to let her basically do all the talking from here and kind of just tell you what she's going through and her story.
So as Tanika already said, we're at a special place. It means a lot to both of us because not only did we grow up here, but also the people that we lost used to bring us here. It means it's a very special place. So it's not only our thinking place, but our place to reminisce and think of them. As Tanika said already, I am a mother of 3, 13, 9, and 8. And I unfortunately lost their father, who I was with for 10 years. We separated quite some time ago, but I've learned that it still hurts. It really hurts to know that he's not here anymore. And the hardest part about it is being a single mom, is being a mom and seeing your kids just really struggle. You know, when they tell you, I want my dad, you know, and you have no answer, you know, you have no way of helping or making that like disappear for them, but just kind of guiding them through it. And also for myself, I am in a new relationship, but I've realized it's a battle. I mean, it's like the past reopening, losing him, and it's like kind of has made it hard for me in my new relationship. Not so much in a bad way, but it's just difficult. It's all emotional. It's everything. It's really hard. And for the most part, as I was saying, was yeah, mostly the kids. I have my youngest who tends to struggle and feel like she didn't even get a chance. She's the youngest. She was really hoping she would get to know her dad a little more, and it's hard. So that's mostly my story. Is just trying to keep my girls strong as well as myself and going through this hardship. And also forgetting to mention that I lost my grandpa as well, and this place meant something to him. He's actually buried right in the cemetery that way. And so that's why me and Tanika were best friends. We both grew up with our grandparents, so I did not want to go without mentioning him as well. So it's not only the hurt of my kid's father, but my father as well. And that's for the most part what I want to say. So losing the father of my kids, whose name was Eddie. I like to call him Edward. I thought his name was really beautiful. But I was mentioning already about my grandpa. So from losing my grandpa, I was still dealing with that. And then now Eddie, it just really topped it off. I was just like, wow. I was like, yes, I'm getting through one loss who meant the world to me. My grandpa was special, amazing, you know, and Eddie was as well. I mean, he was my first love. I thought he was the air I breathed, the water I drank. He was just, I don't think there was ever a love like how I can describe me and Eddie. It's amazing. We lasted a really long time. If to go into why we kind of separated, it just didn't work towards the end. I don't know why a love so great tend to not work out, but if it makes the viewers feel any better, we were on and off quite during that separation. We couldn't really keep away from each other. So I just want to say that when you love someone that much, it's really, really hurting me right now to miss him. Even though when he left during our separation, he was still my best friend. I was able to talk to him whenever I wanted. He always had the right advice to say. He always was able to read my mind without me even saying anything. I could just like have a tone in my voice and he would know. He would just be like, what happened, you know? And I miss that. I don't have that with nobody else on this planet. Without him, I feel like there's a piece missing, and it's definitely with him in heaven. It's really hard. I really want to touch on the pain that I'm going through. I miss him every day, and I see him in my kids, and it makes me happy, but it makes me sad at the same time. So I just really miss him. It's a really difficult thing. So I want to touch back on the being a single mom. he was a really big help. Even when we separated, he never missed anything in school. He never told me no. He was always constant in giving me what they needed or helping or just being there for him. So even when he left during the separation, he still would send me money, and he was just a really, really great dad. So the loss that I'm going through is not only just missing him, but really struggling as a single mom, like not having the other parent. I mean, he was just always there, you know. He never failed to provide for them and be there when they needed him. And I'd have to say that's a really big struggle. Is, you know, there's no more texting like, oh, you know, one of them's acting up or something. You know, I don't have that other like guidance. It's just me. And financially, I mean, sure, as a single mom, I already work and I take care of them, but that was a really big thing to go through, is that, yeah, there's not that extra help. So being by myself without him now here on earth, like not only just separated but here on earth, is really hard for me, and being a parent too. And I'm at a loss for words.
So thanks again everyone for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this beautiful scenery behind us. Definitely a gorgeous place to be. It's really peaceful, quiet, especially when you're going through moments like this. You know, thank you once again for watching, and hopefully you'll subscribe at bottom below, and I'll definitely, you know, get back to you guys again, and we'll definitely have another video coming up soon. And for all the parents out there going through things, you know, they have children, whether it's 1, 3, 5, if they're going through grieving process as well, you know, we don't want to forget about the kids because they're going through it the most. And so definitely, you know, the next time I'm going to definitely have Erica's daughters on here, Ariel, Evangelina, and Edie, and they're going to just, you know, talk about being a child and just what they're going through as well. You know, sometimes we forget that they're kids and they might have feelings too. So definitely that's another video to look forward to, and I'll get that posted as soon as I can. And thanks again for watching, and I hope you all have a really good night.